Today, we present to you a new, exciting, and inspiring story from #channel, Stories from Reality. Here is the story of Prophet Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, as mentioned in the Quran and Sunnah, and here is a glimpse of it. Let's dive into the story of this prophet who fought against fraudulent measurement. In a vast, green land, where trees were abundant and springs flowed, stood Madian, a commercial city bustling with activity and movement. But the hearts of its people had hardened due to their love for wealth, making them forget God who provided for them. There, in the heart of that desert filled with the sounds of camels and caravans, God sent a mercy and a guide, a man from among them, known for his noble lineage and honesty, Shu'ayb, peace be upon him. The beginning, the call to Tawheed, monotheism. Shu'ayb stood among his people, his voice rising with the truth revealed to him. He was not a stranger to them, but one of them, aware of their circumstances. He said to them as the Holy Quran recounted, "O my people, worship Allah, you have no deity other than Him." O-Al-A-R-A-F 85. The call began with the fundamental principle, worshipping Allah alone, with no partner. But hearts sealed by sin do not respond easily. The people looked at Shu'ayb with disdain and even began accusing him. What did they say? The challenge and false accusations. They said, "O Shu'ayb, does your prayer command you that we should leave what our fathers worship or not do with our wealth what we please?" Hud 87. They mock him, accusing him that his prayers had corrupted his mind. They saw his interference in their trade and wealth as a violation of their freedom. They used to worship Al-Aika, a dense tree, and took pride in the misguided legacy of their fathers. The economic crime, fraudulent measurement and scales. Here lay the essence of Shu'ayb's miracle. His people were not only disbelievers, but they were also professional thieves committing grave economic crimes. They used to give short measure and weight, depriving people of their rights in buying and selling. Imagine the marketplace bustling with people, where the seller cheats in measurement and scales, taking more than his right and giving the buyer less than his due. The Quran described them eloquently. And to Madian we sent their brother Shu'ayb. He said, "O my people, worship Allah and expect the last day and do not commit abuse on the earth, spreading corruption." Al-Ankabut 36. His practical, just advice was, "Give full measure and weight in justice and do not deprive people of their due, and cause not corruption upon the earth after its reformation." Al-Araf 85. He was addressing their greed and reminding them that provision is from Allah, and that blessing in trade comes through justice, not fraud. The arrogance and threats of the people. The people were not content with rejecting his call. They became arrogant and threatened him, and those who believed with him with expulsion and harm. They said to him with utter insolence, they said, "We will surely expel you, O Shu'ayb, and those who have believed with you from our city, or you must return to our religion." Al-Araf 88. So what was the response of this wise and courageous prophet? It was a response reflecting his trust in Allah and certainty of his support, steadfastness and disavowal of the people's actions. Shu'ayb raised his head to the sky, then looked at his unjust people and spoke the word of truth. He said, "We would have invented about Allah a lie if we returned to your religion after Allah had saved us from it." Al-Araf 89. He declared his innocence from their falsehood and entrusted his affair to Allah, for he is the best protector and the best supporter. The outcome, salvation for the believers and destruction for the wrongdeeds. And the day of reckoning came when the people turned away from the call of truth and persisted in their transgression. The punishment of Allah seized them. Allah sent upon them an intense, suffocating heat, withholding rain from them. Then a great cloud appeared, and they rejoiced at it, gathering under it for shade. In an authentic narration from the Sunnah, from Ibn Abbas, may Allah be pleased with him, that the Prophet said, "As for the people of Madian, they were destroyed by the awful cry." Sahih al-Bukhari. Suddenly, from the cloud itself, came a sayha, awful cry, from the majesty of Allah, a terrifying sound from the sky, and a quaking from below, and fire blazed above them. Their souls were taken, and they became lifeless in their homes, collapsed. So the earthquake seized them, and they became within their home, corpses, fallen prone. Al-Araf 91. Shu'ayb and those who believed with him left the city. They looked back and saw nothing but dwellings lying desolate and empty. It became a lesson for all worlds. Lessons from the story. O you who hear this story, the story of Prophet Shu'ayb remains a beacon illuminating the paths of justice and trade. It always reminds us that fraud is not merely a simple commercial violation. Rather, it is corruption on earth, a crime fought by the prophets, and its consequence is severe in this world before the hereafter. Let Shu'ayb, peace be upon him, be an example for every merchant, and a reference for everyone seeking lawful provision, for the blessing of justice is better than the falsehood and deception of fraud. Allah knows best. If you like the video, support us with a like, share, and follow to help us continue. Production and execution, Ahmed Dawood.